So, you're probably wondering how you can still get the sword, or unless you didn't get your sword quest yet. But, those of you guys who are new to Destiny, I'm going to show you how to get the exotic swords. First off, you need to get the legendary sword, but also, first off, you have to play the Taken King storyline. So, if you guys are still... sorry, I hit something. If you guys are still kind of playing the whole Destiny vanilla campaign, play faster and get towards your next part where you're going to be facing the Taken King. And yes, you're going to be facing the Taken King just like that. So once you complete your storyline and also complete the next part of the mission that K gives you called Dread Patrol, you should be able to unlock a quest from Eris called A Broken Will. And once you do that, you have to go back to Lord Shaxx to give you the part of it called Reforged in the Blade. That means you're going to need some 25 Hadium Flakes from opening chests and Dreadnought. You also need some Motes and some materials included around the area. So basically, in other words, if you're using a Void Sword, you're going to need some Relic Iron. If you're using an Arc Sword, you're going to need some Helium Fliaments. And if you're using Solar, you're going to need some Spinmetal, because this is what the materials are going to be needed for this time. Now, next part is once you fully reforge the sword, it's going to tell you to choose which sword you want. Arc Sword or Solar. It's not going to be a solid, it's going to be a legendary version of the sword. And so I'm talking too fast. I'll try to tone it down slowly to give you some detail. But yeah, once you pick a sword, you should be able to infuse your sword. You won't get the next quest yet unless you refuse it. So you have to infuse it up to 280 or above to get your next part. So once you fully upgraded, your next part should be going back to Lord Shaxx just in case, and you should be able to get another part where you have to kill 50 majors or 10 ultras with the sword. Or in other words, 50 majors or 10 ultras with the sword. And killing 25 guardians in the sword with the Crucible. Wow, I messed up. 25 guardians in the Crucible with your sword. So that means 50 majors in PvE and 25 guardians in PvP. So that's weird. But 25 is going to be time consuming, because remember, I'm going to tell you again, this is going to be time consuming. So it's going to be taking you guys along for you to get your sword, exotic sword ready before you get along with your lifestyle and such and such. But continuing on, you're going to go back to Lord Shaxx. Once you're done with this quest, you're going to go back to Lord Shaxx to get the next part of it, which you're going to need to kill Ecthar, destroy Oryx at the asylum. It's going to be in the Dreadnought patrol mission, but it's not going to be, patrol area, but it's going to be located in the Founts. So, in other words, you have to go to the Founts area to kill 3 Warden Knights. But here's the key. Warning, do not kill them with any weapon at all. If you see what shield they're using, my friend, I'm going to try and make this in a little bit of detail before we continue on. You're going to have to kill those knights with their own burn. In other words, if you see a Void Knight, you kill them with a Void weapon. If you see a Knight with a Arc burn, then you kill with your Arc damaging weapon, like this House Super Style. Makes sense? Okay. But the thing is that you might need to kill them at the same time. They said you gotta kill them quickly, but this might work better if you're playing with a fire team, so it'll be helpful for you guys to be able to kill them at the same time. So basically, get them at low health, and make sure once they're at low health, then kill them with a burn. Make sure you're able to see them on target before you start shooting at one after another. So be warned, and make sure at the same time you kill them, make sure it's with their own burn as well too. So once you get in the room from the Founts, you have to go with the doors open. If you do not do this right, then you probably didn't fast enough. You didn't do it fast enough, or you probably didn't kill them correctly with their own burn. Keep this in mind. Kill them with your own burn. So the next part of that will be going to Ecthar, and once you get to Ecthar, you have to kill him, but he'll have a shield shown up. He will show up with a shield. That means you're gonna have to take out the shield with the sword, your own sword. It can't be anything else besides your own sword. It can be a legendary sword, or if you want it, you probably need a Hawk sword. Most likely a legendary sword will help it. But if you have a fire team, you should be able to kill him immediately. That means once you kill him, you should be able to get your next part of the quest. So, and make sure you're swords like upgrade already, because this is gonna be a little bit tricky because he'll have a shield and it might take some time to kill him. Be warned, just be warned. I mean, I'm not kidding, I did this before and it is tricky. Also, keep you guys in mind, you might need to upgrade your sword all the way, as in not just infusing it up to over 280, but also to upgrade it, like have all the perks unlocked. So we'll have another part in there for you guys as well, because you need to have some actual help in here. So the next one will be get some elements from different planets. That's one. But the second one is also, and it's a pain in the neck. Yes, a pain in the neck. You are gonna need to take some time and get some kills with your abilities, and also from your weapon as well. So what the heck do I mean about this? You're going to need 10 materials, but the key materials, they have to be special materials included in here. Now for this, you have to be able to farm for Spinmetal, Relic Iron, or Helium Fliaments. You have to go around the Earth and get some special material. I mean Earth, Moon, or Mars for these special materials. So it will be listed as legendary, by the way. So you need 10 of those special materials that are going to be included in either Earth, Mars, or Moon. In other words, if you're using the solar version of your sword, then you're gonna need to go back on Earth for a Spinmetal. But if you're using a void sword, you're gonna need to go back on Mars to go back to get some special version of Relic Iron. And the last one, aka the Arc one, for Helium Fliaments, you need a special version for Helium as well on the Moon. So this is gonna take time because they can't spawn in right away. Yes, you gotta farm it right away, but it will not show up right away. It's going to take like 1 out of 10, 1 out of 20 chances of getting it. Yes, it's gonna be a pain, so you need to farm for it as hard as you can. It's gonna take you some time. That's one of them. And the second one is where you need some ability kills, but keep a quick catch in this one. These ability kills are gonna be so slow that you're gonna need so much time. And like, you probably need to go to the Dark Beyond mission on the Moon to where it all started and start farming or killing enemies with your ability. And to make this a little bit faster for your super to get faster, you might need the solos, or say their solo supercell, as you want to call it, just to make your super go fast before you end up messing up around just going slow. So yes, it's gonna take so much time from you that it's gonna be a pain. I mean, yes, it's gonna take you time. It's gonna be a lot. It's probably gonna be over 500, 700. Matter of fact, it took me like, I don't know how many kills. It felt like 750 kills in PvE, but I haven't tried for PvP yet. No. But the next one, like once you've done this, like get all your special materials and also your ability kills in PvE, by the way, or if you're playing in PvP, don't matter, but it is some skeptical pain in the neck to do this. The next one is where it's gonna go, I think it's gonna go blank. In other words, it's going to say go back to Lord Shaxx, and then it's gonna say you're gonna have to wait for Arms Day, the next Arms Day to come out. It's usually on Wednesday, so once Arms Day is around, go back to Lord Shaxx, and then you're going to have a special version of, wow, excuse me, I cannot even explain the mission, but you're going to go back to Lord Shaxx for the mission, and it's going to be on a different level, as in 42. It's going to be a special level that's telling us Cell Strike on the Dreadnought. But instead of you defeating Alakul and the Dark Blade, you're going to have a Warden Knight and then Alakul at the same time. So that means you need to kill him within 30 seconds to lock in, or should we say seal in, your Soul Edge, or your Void Edge, or your Arc Blade, you know, anything. But you have 30 seconds to kill both Alakul and the Warden. I mean, you have to defeat the Warden Knight and then Alakul the Dark Blade before it starts to fail, or you might need to restart the strike over again if you don't succeed it right. That means, yes, you gotta go back to Sun Cell, go down there, go to that area, and then the Warden Knight should be able to appear. Just make sure you got Alakul at low health before, or actually the War Knife and Alcohol at low health before you go ahead and kill both of them. I mean, kill them at a long time, because War Knight is kind of easy to kill, but be warned, that will not help you if you kill them too early. So the last one will be like that, and then once you're done, once you are done, or should we say, if you did it right, completely right, where you got them at both health, and then kill them at the same time, or before 30 seconds is ended, you should be able to get your sword, aka your arc sword, your blade sword, your whatever sword, aka the bowcaster, the dark drinker, or the Dark Drinker Raze lighter in here. So this is gonna be like a complicated version of the stock sword quest. So yes, this is kind of long. It's kind of a little bit difficult. Not that difficult in the Touch of Malice or the First Curse, but this is kind of a little bit tricky for you guys to get is sink in your brain. Let me sink in your brain just to get you guys in mind. So remember, during the warden nights, as in the 1-3 of them, it has to be your own burn. Get them at low health, and then take them out with your own burn. If you're playing with a fire team, make sure you tell them your own burn, give them with a one-shot 3-2-1 system, and make sure it's killed as fast as you can. Otherwise, if you didn't kill them, the door will not open. And make sure you also kill Ecthar with a sword. I mean, you can still kill him once the sword is down. You should be able to kill him with any weapon you want, but once the shield goes back up, take it down with a sword. Then, when you reach the cool War Knight checkpoint, or say strike mission, make sure to kill the War Knight or Alcohol first. Actually, the War Knight first before you get to Alcohol, aka get Alcohol and War Knight at local health, kill the Knight first, and kill Alcohol second. But make sure it's before 30 seconds before you mess up. So that was seriously long. That was seriously so long, I can't even explain why. But anyway guys, my name is Trey Overlord, or Share It Away. I am about to be out. I will see all you guys later. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you did think this was kind of helpful, or try to sink in your brain for a second, then go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and want to see more Destiny content, or I might have some theories in here about some other weapons that I need to discuss, or as well as some Black Ops 3 content, as well as some GTA content, then subscribe if you're new, and I will see all you guys later. Thank you guys so much. But anyway guys, I will see you later, Space Cowboy. And remember, stay frosty. Sorry, I was supposed to change my outro because it was something that we caught up with, something issue. But anyway, I'll see you later, Space Cowboy. And remember, stay frosty. Or stay puffed.